You wake up, you work, you pay your bills, you promise yourself that next month will be different, but next month comes and nothing changes. The numbers are the same, maybe worse. The pattern repeats and you can't figure out why. You're not lazy, you're not stupid, but somehow your financial life stays stuck in the same place year after year. Here's what most people miss. Your financial results aren't random. They're not bad luck. They're the direct output of a set of behaviors you run on. Autopilot. And until you see those behaviors clearly, you'll keep getting the exact same outcomes. You're not failing because you don't want to succeed. You're failing because you're running the wrong program, and you don't even know it. Your brain is built to repeat patterns. It's designed to conserve energy by automating decisions. That's useful when you're learning to walk or drive a car. But when it comes to money, that automation becomes a trap. You've trained yourself over years to make certain choices without thinking. Those choices feel natural. They feel like who you are, but they're not. They're just habits, and habits can be changed. The problem is that most people treat their financial results as external problems. They blame the economy, their salary, their responsibilities. They think the issue is outside of them, but the real issue is internal. It's in how you think about money, how you feel about it, and what you do with it when it arrives. If those things don't change, nothing else will. You can get a raise and still end up broke. You can win the lottery and be back in debt a few years later. It's not about the money. It's about the system running in your head. Let's break it down. Every financial decision you make starts with a belief. That belief creates a feeling. That feeling drives an action. That action produces a result, and that result reinforces the original belief. This is a loop, and most people are stuck in a negative loop without realizing it. Here's an example. You believe that money is scarce and hard to keep. That belief makes you feel anxious when you have it. That anxiety pushes you to spend it quickly, either to feel better or because you assume it won't last anyway. You spend it. Then you're broke again, and that reinforces the belief that money is scarce. The loop closes, and it repeats. Or maybe you believe that treating yourself is necessary after a hard day or a tough week. That belief makes you feel entitled to spend. You buy things you don't need to reward yourself. Then you're short on cash, and that reinforces the belief that life is hard and you deserve compensation. Another loop, another pattern, another cycle that keeps you exactly where you are. These loops are invisible to you because they happen so fast. You don't stop to analyze them. You just feel, then act, then justify. By the time you're aware of what happened, the money is gone, and you're telling yourself a story about why it had to be that way. But it didn't. It was a choice, a fast, automatic, unconscious choice, but still a choice. And here's the hardest part. You're emotionally attached to these patterns. They're not just habits, they're part of your identity. You've told yourself the same story so many times that it feels true. You've convinced yourself that this is just how you are with money, that you're bad at saving, that you're not disciplined, that you'll never get ahead. And every time you repeat that story, you make it more real. This is why most financial advice doesn't work. It tells you what to do, but it doesn't address why you're not doing it. It gives you a budget, but it doesn't touch the belief system that makes you break the budget. It tells you to save, but it doesn't help you understand why spending feels more urgent than saving. The advice is correct, but it's surface level, and surface level solutions don't fix deep-rooted patterns. If you want different results, you have to interrupt the loop. You have to catch yourself in the moment, right before the automatic behavior kicks in. That's where the power is, not in the plan, not in the spreadsheet, in the split second between the feeling and the action. That's where change happens. Start by noticing. Not judging, just noticing. What do you feel right before you spend money? What do you tell yourself? What are you trying to get or avoid? Don't try to fix it yet. Just observe it. Write it down if you can. Make it visible. Because once you see the pattern, it loses some of its power. It's no longer invisible, it's no longer automatic, it's just a habit. And habits can be questioned. Now let's talk about the beliefs that keep most people stuck. These are the mental blocks that run in the background, shaping every financial decision you make. If you don't identify them, they'll control you forever. One of the biggest beliefs is that money is inherently stressful, that dealing with it is painful, that looking at your bank account will make you feel bad, so you avoid it, you don't check, you don't plan, you don't face it. And that avoidance guarantees that the problem gets worse, because what you don't measure, you can't control. What you don't face, you can't change. Another belief is that you're entitled to comfort, that life is hard and you deserve to feel good, and spending money is how you achieve that. This belief is dangerous because it's partially true. Life is hard. You do deserve to feel good. But spending money isn't the only way, and it's often the worst way. It gives you a short-term hit of relief and a long-term increase in stress. But because the relief is immediate and the stress is delayed, your brain prioritizes the relief, and the cycle continues. Then there's the belief that you're a victim of circumstances, that your financial situation is the result of bad luck, a bad economy, a bad boss, bad timing. This belief takes away your power. It makes you passive. It makes you wait for things to get better instead of making them better. And while external factors do matter, they're never the whole story. There's always something you can control, always a decision you can make differently. But if you're focused on what you can't control, you'll never see what you can. There's also the belief that change is too hard or too slow, that fixing your finances will take years of suffering and deprivation, that it's not worth starting because the results won't come fast enough. This belief kills motivation before you even begin. It makes you give up before you try. But the truth is that financial change doesn't require suffering. It requires clarity. And clarity can happen fast. Once you see the pattern, once you understand the loop, you can start to shift it immediately. The results take time, yes, but the shift in mindset can happen today. And finally, there's the belief that you're just not good with money, that some people are naturally good at it, and you're not one of them. This is the most damaging belief of all because it makes failure feel inevitable. It takes away responsibility. It turns your financial life into something that happens to you, not something you create. But the truth is that no one is born good with money. It's a skill. And like any skill, it can be learned. You're not bad with money. You just haven't been taught how to think about it correctly. These beliefs are powerful because they're mostly unconscious. You don't wake up and say, "Today I'm going to sabotage my finances because I believe I'm a victim." It doesn't work like that. The belief operates in the background, influencing your decisions without you noticing. And that's why most people keep getting the same results. They're fighting the symptoms, not the cause. So what do you do? How do you break the loop? It starts with awareness. You have to become conscious of the unconscious. You have to catch yourself in the act. When you feel the urge to spend, pause. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? What do I believe about this situation? What am I trying to get from this purchase? Don't judge the answers. Just notice them. Then challenge the belief. Is it true? Is it always true? Is there another way to see this? You don't have to change the belief right away. You just have to create space between the belief and the action. That space is where choice lives. That's where you stop being automatic and start being intentional. At Mind of Value, we talk a lot about awareness, because without it, nothing else works. Next, replace the action. If you usually spend when you're stressed, what else could you do? Go for a walk, call a friend, write in a journal. The goal isn't to suppress the feeling, it's to respond to it differently. Over time, this creates a new loop, a better loop, one where stress doesn't equal spending, where discomfort doesn't equal consumption. And finally, track the results. Not to punish yourself, but to reinforce the new pattern. Every time you pause instead of spending, you're proving to yourself that you can do this. Every time you choose differently, you're weakening the old loop and strengthening the new one. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Small, consistent, intentional progress. Here's the thing, your financial results are a mirror. They reflect your beliefs, your habits, your patterns. If you don't like what you see, don't blame the mirror. Change what you're doing in front of it. And that change doesn't start with a budget or a savings account. It starts with the decision to see yourself clearly, to stop running on autopilot, to stop repeating the same story. You've been getting the same financial results because you've been running the same mental program. But that program isn't permanent. It's not who you are. It's just what you've practiced. And if you can practice one pattern, you can practice another. It won't be easy, it won't be instant, but it will be possible. And that's enough to start. The question isn't whether you can change. The question is whether you're willing to see what needs to change. Most people aren't. They'd rather stay comfortable in their discomfort than face the truth. But if you're still reading this, you're not most people. You're someone who's ready to break the loop, someone who's ready to take control, someone who's ready to stop repeating and start deciding. Your financial results will change the moment your behavior changes, and your behavior will change the moment you become aware of why you do what you do. That's the shift, that's the breakthrough, not a new strategy, not a better plan, just clarity, just awareness, just the willingness to see the pattern and choose differently. You've been stuck in the same loop for a long time, but loops can be broken, patterns can be changed, and results can be different. It starts now, not tomorrow, not next month, now, with one decision, one moment of awareness, one choice to step out of the cycle and start building something new. You already know what you need to do. You've probably known for a while. The only question left is, are you finally ready to do it?